In my quest to buy collections, I am so often faced with people asking thousands of dollars for junk, or mostly junk. Here's how I talked one of them down to earth. You've seen the collections on Marketplace or other classified sites, totes of junk wax cards, or mostly junk wax cards for thousands of dollars. I have lambasted these types of listings before and even made a public service announcement to share with these people in hopes of getting them down to earth. It has occasionally worked, like in the story of the Junk Wax Nightmare collection that started life as a $2,000 hoard of moldy cards that I eventually picked up for $100. But I want you to see the types of interactions I have to actually acquire these collections. Take this collection. It's been up for months. The description says they priced the cards individually, meaning they saw each card on eBay for $1, then estimated the tote to have 6,000 cards, and so values the tote at more than $6,000. The seller thinks $3,000 is 50% off of book value. What a deal! But look at the pictures. It's all low-value junk wax. If you're leading a $3,000 collection with 88 Donruss, you've lost the plot or never understood the plot to begin with. The latter in this instance. So several months ago, I sent her my video. Don't be mad, I'm trying to help. You should reprice your tote at $75. Watch the whole video. In the video, if you haven't seen it, is a clear explanation of why you can't use individual eBay listings to price a collection like this. I waited. Then this. I've had plenty of offers for much more than that. I was skeptical of this because the listing has been up for months. I responded, if you got an offer for more than $75, you should accept it immediately. I'm trying to help. And that was that. But then 6 months went by, and the listing was still up, so I contacted her again. This was 6 months later. Hi again. Are you willing to listen to reason on your cards yet? They've been for sale for quite some time now. And I've turned down many offers more than yours, but thanks. My patience was running thin, but I responded, it will never sell for $3,000 or anything remotely close to it. Your cards aren't priced correctly. Okay, thanks. So it seems I'm barking up a tree without any squirrels in it. Then there's this other collection. 2 pictures, nothing of value, asking $3,000. It has since been lowered to $500 after about 3 months. But back when it was still at $3,000, I messaged the guy. Nothing in these pics have any value. What other cards are there that warrant a $3,000 asking price? Can you send a pic of the single most valuable card? Maybe he shoots back a picture of a 65 mantle. What do I know? But nope, he responds. I added them up at $0.10 apiece. They are all worth at least that, and left room for negotiation a little bit. I didn't send him my video, but I tried to do a little educating. Junk wax cards of that era sell for about $1 per 1,000 cards. 1 penny each is a monster offer. Anyway, good luck with the sale. He comes back. I have 30,000 baseball cards from that era, have another 20 or so in basketball and football, and 160 unopened packs from 2000 to 2001. I'm not a card guy, just inherited a collection, and I figured with 90% of the cards I've scanned going for over $1 online, it was a good stepping stone. Sheesh, same obstacle. How do I get them to see reason? Many weeks later, another similar listing came up. Baseball cards, $3,000. The description. I have all the old star 80s or 90s baseball cards brand new, just taken out of the box, 4 albums full and 4 boxes of Score, Tiffany, and Topps cards, Nolan Ryan, Bo Jackson, and etc. Here we go again. But the word Tiffany was in there. That's a term you have to learn to use in the baseball card world. The pictures were not great. Blurry, mostly worthless junk wax, but this one had an upside-down Tony Gwynn rookie in it. This one had the Fleer Tony Gwynn rookie in it. And this one had the 86 Donruss Canseco rookie, albeit sideways. An 86 Topps traded Barry Bonds rookie. And then this, which had the 84 Topps and 84 Don Mattingly rookies. Okay. This collection isn't all junk, but it also ain't $3,000. All those cards combined are about 100 at best, and the rest of the picks were more or less worthless. But there were cards there at least worth asking about, so I sent her a note. Hi there. What's in this collection that justifies a $3,000 asking price? Can you send me a pic of the highest value card? Sure, give me a sec. I'm not a good picture taker. Okay, I wasn't met with vitriol. And maybe here's where I get blown away with something. I get back this page full of Dwayne Murphy cards. She responds, I'm trying to redo my pictures, but the best is probably the Rickey Henderson. Not 3,000. And I have several of each card. That is only a few. Or the Barry Bonds. Let me get you better pictures. Obviously, she was mixing up the pictures. Did she mean multiple Rickey Henderson rookies? Then I get a page of Eric Davis cards. Don't know how many duplicates I sent either. That's not including the Tiffany's. Another mention of Tiffany's, but no pics of any yet. I responded, thanks for that. In all those pics, you have about $100 worth of cards. The single highest card is the 83 Tony Gwynn at about $20, same price for the 84 Donruss Mattingly. 84 Topps Mattingly is $10 to $15, 85 Clemens is $5, as is the 86 Traded Bonds. A few other dollar cards scattered within, like the Andrew Jones. Not if they are tens. Son of a... We've all been here before, too. Somebody pricing their cards based upon the theoretical world that they are all PSA 10s. And of course, I can see in the pictures that they aren't particularly high grade. So I respond, they aren't 10s. You're selling ungraded cards. She comes back. Yes, but they could be. They have only been taken out of the box. At this point, I almost just gave up, but decided to keep trying. You cannot price ungraded cards based upon graded prices. If you would like the value of 10s, you need to pay the $30 per card price and wait the 6 months to get the cards back. I'm trying to help you. Do you have any sealed Tiffany sets? Now, a sealed Tiffany set or two just might justify the $3,000 asking price. She responds, I'm a girl, don't know. Okay, I can work with that. Don't put them down, meet them where they are, and move forward together. So I respond, girls are smart. Girls are amazing. I'm a card dealer who likes to help people sell their cards. She softens. LOL, I like that. I come right back. Even if I end up not making an offer, I can help you price this so someone else will. She responds, I've got the 4 boxes of the traded series complete and the maybe 200 of the TIFF. Let me get to work of these pictures for you. So she brought up the Tiffany sets again, but I have yet to see any evidence of any Tiffany cards. A few more pictures come in. A Melito Perez 88 rookies card, a page of 89 score rookies, and a page of Barry Larkin. Still no Tiffany's, still no Rickey Hendersons. She asks, what do you think? In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess, so let's do this. I respond, I will continue my brutal honesty. In all the extra picks, there isn't any more valuable cards. You have about $100 worth of cards and some extra bulk. Feel free to look up my profile. I'm not a scam artist. Also, this is me. Yes, in most cases, I let people know about the channel. Transparency is best. I didn't get a response. I waited about an hour. Nothing. This collection wasn't too far from me, only about a 10-minute drive, so at this point, I know she doesn't have the expertise to be able to tell me any more than what she already has. If I want to know more, I'll have to go check it out for myself. So after a few hours, I write again. I would like to come and see the full collection, to check out some of the boxes. I made this video to help people sell their collections. Saying my collection is worthless not. Okay, I understand what she meant. It's for the YouTube algorithm. It's about how to find the value in collections and sell them. Another long silence. Did I scare you off? If you want to purchase my cards, then let's talk. Can I come see them? You've pictured boxes that I'll need to go through before I can make an offer. This is another sticking point in so many of these deals. I can't verify what's in a box. Even if the box says 1980 Topps Baseball Complete, there is just as much chance as it is full of 88 Donruss cards than 80 Topps. Are you for real? Everything I've said is true. You can view my profile and my YouTube channel. Are you a collector? Your asking price of $3,000 is unreasonable based upon the cards that you've showed me, but I'll offer you a fair price and be able to show justification for the offer. Okay then. All the cards on the YouTube channel are mine. When would you like to meet? We worked out a neutral location, the parking lot of a local Lowe's. That made her feel safe. She ends with, "How about $500 then?" I respond, "From the pictures you have sent, $500 is not a reasonable price." "Well, that's not my basketball or football." "Okay, that's why I need to come see the full collection to make you a proper offer. I assume there is more, but I can't agree to a price more than $100 based upon the pictures provided." "Yes, I have a lot more." "They're brand new, more or less." "Yeah, we've all heard this before too." So I stay in educator mode. Sealed product is brand new. If the cards have been removed from sealed packs and boxes, they aren't new. Once they are handled, the clock starts. There is a huge drop in value when the seal is broken. Most cards lose their value entirely when removed from a sealed pack. I understand Marketplace is a den of thieves and villains. I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you. I buy collections all the time. There was a pause. I am a good person. I don't believe in doing people wrong in any way. We agree on this. I have the advantage here because I know cards so well, and you don't. That's why I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as possible. That's why I made that video about collection values. We confirmed the meeting, but the next morning, something came up. I can't do it tomorrow. I can Wednesday. I simply confirm, okay. Tuesday evening, I check back in. Tomorrow still okay to come see the collection? Yes. Cool. 10 a.m. okay? I'm free until about 4 p.m. Yes. Cool. Still at the Lowe's? Yes. Cool. I'll see you then. Then the next morning, we're supposed to meet at 10 a.m. Will 10:30 be okay? Sure, that's fine. That leaves me time for a haircut before we meet. A little while later. I'm sorry, can we make it about 1? Now I'm getting suspicious that this meetup isn't going to happen. 1 p.m. Okay, I should be able to do that. Not sure what to expect, except a few key 80s rookies. I threw a bunch of card savers in my car and off I go. To my great surprise, I show up at 1 p.m. and hear her call out my name. I introduce myself, and she tells me all the cards are in the back seat. And I am greeted with my old nemesis, a Rubbermaid tote of cards reeking of cigarette smoke.
For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee.
Okay, well, I am not going to go through that now. Under that was a few boxes. All right, let's see what's here. An 84 Donruss set, but the Mattingly isn't in there. It was obviously pulled and put into that album from the pictures. An 84 Donruss set, if complete, is about $150. This was not complete. There was an 86 Donruss set too, looking in nice shape, but again the Canseco and the McGriff cards were gone, along with most of the stars. There was an incomplete 85 Topps set, some 89 score boxes that looked like they just returned from Iran, a box of 88 Topps, some 86 Topps minis, a roached 88 score set that didn't appear complete, and an 86 Topps traded box that was incomplete. And obviously the big three cards were gone. There was a single album in which I found the 86 Donruss Clemens, a Barry Bonds rookie, and a Canseco rookie, and a Bo Jackson rookie, but no Tony Gwynn, no Don Mattingly's, and no Ricky Henderson's. So I ask her where the big cards are from the pictures. She says that they should be there. I tell her that they are absolutely not there. She says that they're in a red binder, and I am holding a blue binder. I look at her and cock my head slightly to the side and say with a smile, "This binder is blue." Her face goes blank for a second. Did I not bring the red album? Apparently, you did not. What about the Mickey Mantle? She was referring to this. Yeah, that isn't a Playing Days card. Plus, it's severely creased. It has no value whatsoever. She looked surprised. You mentioned the Tiffany sets, but I didn't see any Tiffany cards here. She points me to the Bonds rookie. That's a Tiffany. Look at the back. Oh, I see what's going on here. She thinks the brighter backs of the traded sets mean they are Tiffany's because the Tiffany's also have bright backs. And now I gotta explain what a Tiffany is, and that this ain't it. We arrived at a crossroads. I tell her that I can offer the $100 I had originally offered based upon what was here. She wanted $500. We're not close. I pull out my phone and pull up eBay sales of the missing Gwyn and Mattingly rookies. If those cards were here, I could offer more. Those cards aren't here, so I can't offer more. $100 is a fair offer, and I take out the cash. She tells me that I'm just going to grade them and get 10s, and that's not fair to her. So I ask her to pick any card she believes will get a 10, and she says the Bo Jackson. I take out the Bo Jackson. Now, most of you probably see it right away because you are card people. The card is off-center. On the centering alone, this card isn't a 10. Best case scenario is an 8. I explain that to her. Also, most of you probably noticed the rough upper edge. I show that to her. I explain that because of the off-centering and the rough edge, this would grade a 6 at most. More likely a 5. I pull up eBay and show her PSA 5s selling for $25. I explain that it costs $30 to grade a card these days. Grading this card loses money. Grading any of these cards will likely lose money. I will not be grading any of this. She says, okay, $200 for the boxes. I stand firm. I can offer you $100 for what's here. If you find the other album, I'll make a fair offer on that, but separately. Reluctantly, she finally agrees. I give her the cash and load up the small collection in my trunk. I get the cards home and tried to get to work, but oh man, the smell of this tote, I just had to put the cards in my garage to air out. Later that night, she sends me a text that she found the red binder. Can I meet at the same time, same place tomorrow? All right, let's do it. So I arrive again at the Lowe's parking lot, and she's holding the red album. I lay the dusty, rusty album on the trunk of her car and start flipping. I was keeping high market prices in mind to price this for her. Okay, another Bonds rookie, that's 10. Strawberry rookie is 2. Same with this one. A Jeter prospect card from Fleer, probably another 2. There's the 84 Mattingly, off-center but otherwise in good shape, probably $40. The Topps Mattingly, that's another 10. The 86 Canseco, that's 5. The 85 Big Mac, that's 10. 85 Clemens, that's 5. There's the Gwyn, that's 20. There's the other Gwyn, we'll call that 10. My rough math gets me to about $116 worth of cards in those few examples. The rest of the album was a mix of mostly junk. But here's the crapper. It had all of the stars and Hall of Famers pulled from the 84 Donruss, 85 Topps, and 86 Donruss sets. So I kinda needed the album to make things work. I offered $100 for the album, which would put me at $200 for the whole collection. She immediately refuses. No, I need at least $200 for the album. I pull up my phone and show her exactly how I arrived at the price. I'll give her the full value for the big cards and $40 for the rest. $150 for it all, but that has to include the extra 86 Topps traded box that was rolling around in her backseat. She comes back at $170. That would put me at $270 for the whole collection. As I piece things back together, an 84 Donruss set is $150, an 85 Topps set is $60, an 86 Donruss set is $50. That's conservatively $260 in value in just those 3 sets, if they're complete, and I don't know if they are and assume they probably aren't. But if I have this binder, they are a heck of a lot closer to being complete. Worst case with this flip is I break even. That means it's a go. $170. Deal. I shake her hand and give her the cash. With the cards loaded in my trunk, I walked away, not sure how this was going to turn out. By now, the cards in my garage had off-gassed enough I could start to go through them. Wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Help support the channel with the purchase of a custom card box divider made to your exacting specifications. Send me an email at phillysbaseballcards@gmail.com to talk about how.